It's time for Steve and Rik's podcast. Hey, fuckers. Hey, when'd you get here?
Just a little while ago.
Oh my God. Before we start, I like to say, fuck, 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 fuck. There. Had to get that out of my system. That's been bothering me all week.
You just matched Nuno Betancourt.
Yeah, that was my goal. Nuno was amazing last week.
Oh, was he ever?
Oh, was he ever. He was so revealing and so insightful. And I mean, I've talked to Nuno before, and I knew he was a huge fan of us because he's told me that. But to hear him go through those stories and all the emotion, I could see and hear the emotion in his voice and in his eyes of how much he really, really loved kicks.
Yeah.
And that just blew my mind because he is one of the most incredible musicians on earth right now. And the fact that he thinks that much of us, that he would come on here and waste his time with you and me.
Yeah.
That was incredible. Nuno, I love you. Even though you said fuck over 100 times.
We got demonetized on YouTube for the use of the fuck word.
We don't care.
Not at all.
We really don't care.
Not at all.
I didn't need that 10 cents anyway.
Oh, man. So we do have another guest today we'll get to.
Guess what?
Guest appearance.
Oh. I'm a little high.
Steve's a little high today.
I just got done my 7th neuropathy treatment. And this entails these cups that go around your feet and around your calves. And they shoot you with all this. It's an intense TENS unit. So the whole time I'm sitting there for like 20 minutes, my legs are doing this. And I'm digging it because it's fun. I'm watching that. Usually I would look at phone, anything to get pilled. I'm entertained by my feet. They're just jumping around. And I asked the attendant, I said, so this is like my 7th treatment. When am I going to start feeling like any really big difference?
Right.
And she said, the first 12 are to wake the nerves up because the nerves are dead. And I said, yes, I know that. And Jesus ain't here to resurrect them, so this is all I got. She said, after 12, you get another evaluation, and they'll tell you what your percentage of what your recovery will be. There will be some recovery guaranteed. So then I got to go through 12 more treatments, and that's when you'll start feeling the effects.
Yeah.
And hopefully, because that's why I'm doing this. I've tried everything else. And I did thank you for bringing me the cream from Reed early.
Yeah.
Because I had tried that before. It's a minimal relief. It does help a little bit, but it's nothing.
Right.
Hour after you put that shit on, you might as well brush your teeth with it.
Gotcha. Well, it sounds promising. Everything with the percentages of success and all that, it sounds like.
So any relief is worth it.
Yeah.
If I get anything.
Yeah.
And I've been dealing with this shit for 9 years, so if it doesn't work, I just have to deal with it.
Yeah. Well, you're retired now. All you got to do is hit that road twice a week.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got the rest of the week.
And I have good friends that offer to take me down once in a while.
That's right. We'll be on the road. We could do a podcast live from the road.
We could. We could just have my feet at the background.
Feet sells big on social media.
Wow,
now.
his feet are sexy, except for that big mole.
So you indulged in some simple pleasure stuff today.
Oh, I did, yeah. I always do. After that trip, I don't know what it is. And Kelly my wife drove me today, just to give me a break, because she knows how upset I get when traffic sucks. Both drives were great for her, going up and back. We got less than an hour and a half drive. When I go, it's usually the worst fucking traffic. But no, I'm good today.
So you hit some. Did you do some bong hits? Or did you do some
No,
edibles?
I just did Hunter gave me one of these little one-hit wonders.
Yeah.
I love that
Okay.
thing. I love that thing.
Yeah.
I don't even I had to ask Jamie, the hell is this thing and how do you use it? Well, let me show you. You just pull this back and you grind that down and you take a little hit and you get real high.
See, I think they made that for guys on the job site that didn't want to get caught It's
Right.
a single hitter, and they can sneak over in the corner real
Ah,
quick.
I use it a
Yeah.
lot. I love it.
Yeah, so I was just at Simple Pleasures. Again, the place is completely weed free. The location in Hagerstown, there was 3 employees working,
Well,
maybe 4.
that's about right.
But Hunter wasn't in, but I did talk to the office manager, and they applied for their business license. It takes up to, I believe she said, 15 days before they can get that. And once they get it, they're opening their doors.
Cool.
So we're looking at worst case, middle of November
All right. Not
before
bad.
they're open.
That's not bad.
And we'll have Hunter come in and give us an update on everything. And
Yeah.
layout of the new spot and everything. So Simple Pleasures leaving. Well, they're staying in Hagerstown, but they're only going to sell the paraphernalia. Yeah, and so you need that to smoke the weed. So don't
Exactly.
stop seeing Simple Pleasures, but Greencastle's going to be the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
tons of smoke in that place. We got an email. Let's do a quick email
right.
before we bring our guest on. Okay, this is from Steve. From Steve to Steve. Steve Bunker writes, greetings from south of Boston. Love your show. Steve and I have a mutual connection. I knew Ned Maloney, your old bass player, from way back in the day. Ned and I were both bass players who spent time in a local cover band. Ned was a good guy and solid player. How did you hook up with him? Did he leave Funny Money? Where is he now? Any idea? Thanks, Steve.
Yeah. Ned came to me through Mark Shanker. Trying to think, I got to go back about 30 years. But when the original band left, when Billy and Jeff and Ned, and that was it. When those 3 left, Dean and I decided to keep it going. And I got word. In fact, Ned gave me a call and said, you might want to check out this guy, Mark Shanker. So I definitely said, yeah, I'm interested, because I knew who he was from Gaston, that band.
All right.
So I called Mark, and he was all into it, and drove up here, and we talked for about a couple hours, and I knew he was the guy. He just had this go-getter attitude, and I knew he was going to be the man. And I'm getting away from the Ned Maloney story.
It's all right.
But Ned and I played together for 5 years, and he was just incredible. He's the most, not the most professional, but as professional as you need to be. Great bass player, good background singer.
Awesome hair.
Awesome hair.
Yeah.
Ronnie Youngkin's hair, if not better, which is hard to beat. And yeah, Ned was great for 5 years. And when those guys decided to leave, I was a little heartbroken, but I understood it. And that's when I went out and recruited Mark on Ned's request and said, this guy, you should check this guy out. And that's when we brought in, I think it was Lewis. Lewis and Dean were the guitar players, and Sam Stillwell on drums.
Okay.
Did that answer it? I was all over the place.
It just said, how did you hook up with him? And did he leave Funny Money? He answered that. Where is he now?
I hooked up with him because of Billy Andrews. Billy and him played in the bands before. So Billy recruited him. And brought him in. And I was just always super impressed with him. Love Ned. He made life easy because he was so professional and always on time. Played great, looked great.
Good stage performance. Yeah.
Everything about him was great.
I have a video of one of your early shows down in Frederick at Exhales. And it was when Ned and Billy were in the band.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta get that switched over.
I think he's in Florida now. He's in Florida, and he's Jack's Burning Star. If that's not right.
That's you're damn close if that's not it. That's it.
And that's his project. That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
And he apparently is doing pretty well with it. So go Ned.
Very cool. All right. I believe our guest is standing by on Zoom, and I'm not even going to give you any clues because you're too good at it.
Yeah.
So
I'm gifted.
Give us 1 second. We'll bring our guest up.
Hey, John.
Hey, man. How are you?
John Allen.
Good to see you, bro.
Good to see you too. Thank you for doing this. But
I appreciate it.
Well, when he asked me, can you call some people, we can get some guests? And I said, no, I won't bother people. I'm not going to guilt them into coming in and doing this little rinky-dink podcast. And Rick said,
God, no.
he said, "Can I have permission to call people?" I said, "Yeah, if you do it, then I'm off. They can tell him no, and they don't give a shit." So,
Right. Well, I'm happy to be here, and I'm happy, Rick's gonna let me plug a upcoming show up
good.
in Hagerstown, your neck of the woods.
Where?
Hub City Live, or Live at Hub City.
I've never been there yet. It's a relatively new venue. I hear it's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, they built a new, I guess, live room or something with nice PA and stage and everything. So, yeah, we'll be up there on Black Friday. So after you get all your shopping done, you're camping out and you're fighting at the Walmart, you come over to Hub City afterward and
Yeah, that's
hang out with Stone Horses.
is that what it is? Stone Horses now?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Let me give just a quick introduction for anybody that don't know. John was the drummer for Child's Play, and then he became the front man in a band, Charm City Devils, and
Correct.
now he is front man for his band, the Stone Horses. So John's been at it a long time and crossed paths with Kix and Steve many, many times.
Couple times.
So,
Couple times, few, yeah.
You know, the wildest time, John, was when you were replacing Jimmy, and we were doing a wedding reception. This is during COVID. And you come in about halfway prepared. I mean, you did some diligence, but you didn't do your due diligence.
Oh my God. Well, so yeah, I mean, the guys showed up we did one rehearsal.
Yeah.
And I didn't, I was like, oh my God, I really wanted, a lot more rehearsal with the stuff. And yeah, but I tell you, that's the only wedding I've ever played, Steve. Thanks to you guys. I finally,
There's second.
I'll never forget my dad came to me early on when I was, starting to play. And he just, I didn't come from a musical family at all. And my dad was just baffled. He was like, what are you going to do with this? Are you going to play weddings? And I was like, fuck no, man. I want to play the Baltimore Civic Center like Steve and the Kicks Boys. That's the first place I ever saw you guys play, actually.
Is that right? Opening
Yeah.
for who? Opening for who?
It was Iron Maiden and Judas Priest.
Okay, yeah.
you opened for Iron
Yeah.
Maiden?
We did that twice. We did it at Harrisburg, City Island, and we did it,
Okay.
Center, yeah.
So I don't remember, but I think if I'm correct, that was just prior to your first record coming out.
Yeah.
It was like in July, and the record came out in August, right?
Yeah, it came out on my birthday.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
Well,
the funny thing about that is I vowed when I was like 21, and then I moved to Hagerstown to join the Shoes, and I said, if we don't have a record out by the time I'm 25, I'm out of here. It came out on my birthday. I was 25 years old. I said, okay, I'm in.
That's great. That's so fantastic, man. That's I was blown away. And I remember when the record came out, I was telling Rick that 98 Rock here in town, they didn't just play one song, they played several songs.
Yeah.
And it was so great. I mean, nowadays you get one single on the radio, you're happy or whatever, but they were like, and then I heard like the whole album on a like Sunday night like albums, and that's the first time I ever heard Yeah, Yeah, Yeah. And I was like, this is so cool, man. It's like a live record. How did they do that? So yeah. So you recorded that at Hammerjacks, right? In like 1984, even though your album came out in 81, right?
I always tell people yes. Rather than they go through the whole true story, I just tell them yes. I had a guy come up to me at the Rabbit's Foot, coming out of the Rabbit's Foot one night. You remember the Rabbit's Foot?
Oh yeah.
And this guy goes, Steve Waitman, I fucked your sister. I said, so did I. I don't have a sister.
Oh my God. That's great. Yeah, people are awesome. Yeah. I was telling Rick too, man. I early days, I mean, we opened for you. Well, going back, I saw you there. Then I saw you open for Def Leppard and Blackfoot.
Towson.
Yeah, Towson Center, man. I was in, man. I was, like I was saying to Rik, like you guys, we looked up to you so much, like seeing you up on the Civic Center stage or at Towson Center, it was like, I want to do that like those guys, and they're from our area, so maybe it's possible if we're good enough, right? And then I was telling the story. We were open for you guys at the Metron, and this is early days of Child's Play, and I feel a little out of school telling this, but you told a story about Joe Procopio on an earlier podcast about the nose candy and everything. We didn't have a sound man that night. So we're like, hey, Joe, would you maybe run for us? And he's like, yeah. And I think one of the guys in the band hooked him up with a little $25 parcel. We sounded great that night. I mean, it was amazing. It was like the best our background vocals ever sang. He had that delay on there, like he did with you guys on Cold Shower, and it was like it was revelatory, right? And I felt so good after that set. I walked off stage, and I remember bursting through the dressing room door, and you guys were standing in a circle, harmonizing the backups to the kid, and I instantly went like. And struck him right down his size. I was like, oh shit, that's how you do it. That's the real deal right there. These guys, oh my God. So you really gave us something to strive for, man.
That's funny. We knew that we were an inspiration to the younger bands in the area because Face Dancer was that to us.
Right.
Face Dancer and Crack the Sky, who were national acts, and they would play larger venues, and they were kind enough to invite us to open for them at like what was the place with the round stage,
Painter's Mill.
Painter's Mill. We used to opened up for both of them there. But that's flattering to hear that, but it's a reality because we know it, and of course people are going to be proud of somebody that's striving to do what you're trying to do.
Yeah, and I can't tell you the feeling of seeing people like you were ahead of us and you were stars and you were on the stage, but like I had the same feeling like when SR71 Mitch, when I saw them before I was in the band, I saw them open for Cheap Trick up at the Maryland Theater up in Hagerstown, and I was just so happy to see my friends like kind of lifting up and getting to that stage. It's a really cool feeling, and I can imagine all your friends and peers and I mean we felt that too, seeing you up on the M3 stage after all those years and everything that happened, and then you guys are out there. I was telling Rik, man, I was sitting there one Friday night when you started the Kicks Off and you open with Hot Wire. I was like, oh my God, that is so high. It's like, how is he doing that, man? First song out of the gate. I was like, I got to start writing some lower melody lines because I don't think I can do that. Holy moly.
How I could do that? I warmed up for an entire hour before the show, and I would warm up, stretch, work out before a show, get my mind, my body physically capable to go out there and give it everything I had. So when I went out there, I was totally ready.
Yeah. Now, how, like you were talking about Face Dancer and Crack the Sky, did you have to go to New York or LA to showcase to get your deal? Or like, maybe you covered this on other podcasts, but I'm curious, like, how did it happen for you guys? Did they come down to Baltimore and see you play, or Maryland?
Yeah, we were sending board tapes. We did like a demo that the guys in Face Dancer actually produced. It was like a full-song demo. We sent them out and got crickets back. And then we did a live board tape, because we knew that's our bread and butter. That's what people love. And we thought the energy might catch somebody's ear. So we made a bunch of those tapes, sent them out to all the record labels, and Atlantic Records bit. And they sent an A&R guy down to the Stardust in Waldorf. Remember that place?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I never played there. I only saw it years later. The building was still standing in the 90s, but the roof had kind of collapsed in. But a legendary place. I mean, James Brown played there. And,
it was great.
Right?
The big room, it held like 1,500 people.
Wow.
So we got the word out to all of our all of our fans in that whole area and said, "Look, we got an A&R guy coming from Atlantic Records. Bring in the troops. Bring everybody."
And go crazy.
Yep, and the place was packed to the gills, and we kicked ass, and we were asked to go to New York City the next week to audition for Atlantic Records, Doug Morris. So
Wow.
we did this. We did our entire energetic full show in front of three guys in a suit. And at least that was our plan. They stopped us after four songs because I guess they had the shit or something.
Those are the weirdest things with like SIR, right?
It was it was at Atlantic Studios,
Oh,
I
okay.
believe, and I could be wrong. It's been a long time. But yeah,
Mm.
stopped us after four songs, said, "Do you want to be on Atlantic Records?" And we thought, life changer. We're in big time. I'm rich.
That's what we all thought, right?
Yeah.
It's so great. I was telling Rick earlier that, we got signed by the then president of Chrysalis Records. This
Mhm.
is Child's Play now. And so we thought we could go in Ohio, right? We were like, this is fantastic. And we're actually at the studio, Sheffield, recording our debut record. And I see my manager get off the phone with somebody, and he looks like all the blood had just drained out of his face. He looked like, somebody just killed his dog. And I go, "What's up?" He goes, "They just fired the president of the record label." And we're like, he's like, "It's okay though. The vice president is Mike Aldridge, and he loves us. He signed Billy Idol. He ain't going nowhere." Famous last words. 3 months later, they blew his ass out too.
Oh God.
I'm sorry, Jeff Aldridge was his name. And we were orphaned, automatically right out of the gate. And it's a story that happens probably more often than people know, with
Unfortunately.
bands.
Yeah, that's shit luck there, man.
Yep. Yeah, but that stuff happens, and you got to just keep rolling with it.
Great too. I really respected what you guys did and how you came up and how hard you worked and how the crowds you were drawing, how big the crowds were. So you guys were on your way. That the shit luck put a little
Yeah.
stumbling block in your career.
In some ways, I think that it kind of makes you, a different person. I've run into some people along the way that have, been huge stars ever since their early 20s.
Mhm.
Frankly, they're assholes still,
I agree.
So I've had my teeth kicked in a few times, and I feel like it's grounded me, quite a bit, in
Absolutely.
a lot of regards. So, you know, what can you do? You play the cards you're dealt, right? And you keep
Exactly.
on keeping on. And
You
that's
can't
what
dwell
we
on
did.
the past. You got to look to the future. You can't
Yeah.
say I deserve this, I deserve that. I'm under
Right.
appreciated. You can't say that shit. You just got to go. This
Right.
is the way it went. I'll deal with it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, finally, after a long time behind the kid, I decided to come out front and sing. And I called you up and came in for a couple of voice lessons. You
Yeah,
hooked me up. You were a good man. You were like, I'm not gonna bilk you. You're like, I think we did 2 lessons. You're like, you're fine. That was
probably.
cool.
What made you go from the drums to being a front man?
I think that so at the end of SR71, I wrote this song called Burn Baby Burn, and it was not really in the wheelhouse of that band. And I thought, I'm getting long in the tooth, and it's now or never if I'm ever going to do this, right?
Mm.
So I was like, screw it, I'll give it a shot, And the one song turned into 4, and then the 4 turned into 7, and then I was like, oh man, I almost have a record here. Now I got to write like 2 or 3 more, and that was a grind. Trying to finish like 8 or 9, get to the 8 or 9 or 10 mark, but I did it, and just like I guess within 6 months we had to deal with 11/7 with Nikki Sixx's label,
Wow,
and yeah, so it was a kind of a fast thing, and I'd never fronted a band before,
that's
so
yeah.
it was really kind of daunting, and I was trying to get them to get us out on tour so I could get my sea legs, under me as a front man before we went out and we did amphitheaters. I was really kind of thrown in the deep end. But the opportunity, you got to take it, right?
Right.
And
Was this something that you wanted to do all along? Was this something always in the back of your mind? Because for me, as a kid,
no.
even though I was a drummer and I was a
Hmm.
drummer up until I joined the Shoes, for
Hmm.
whatever reason, whenever I would just sit around and sing, I could see myself as a front man. And I knew that I would be good at it if
Yeah.
I ever had the opportunity. And I slowly got into it, and that's what made me, I think, not hate it because I was slow fed how to do it, and that's what made me feel comfortable before I start out as a turd, as we all do, and you unturdify yourself.
Right. I don't know. I like, well, I started at my first band that I was really into, which was so many of us, um, when we were kids, was Kiss, right? And I was started playing guitar, and I was like, this is too hard for me to play guitar and look cool and, whatever, and, sing. So I switched to the drums immediately. So I don't know if it was ever, I don't know if I pictured myself as a front man, but I tell you one thing, I used to give our first singer in Child's Play a lot of shit. I'd be sitting back there comfy in my little real estate,
Mm.
same real estate I had every night. I didn't have to worry about anything. And I'm giving this guy crap. Now I'm out front and I'm like, oh shit, this is a different ball game out here. It's a lot tougher than I thought it was. You know,
It's the
I'm like,
quarterback, you're the
what's it?
quarterback of the band.
Yeah, yeah. And like, remember the lyrics, make eye contact, connect with people, don't fall off the stage, Oh yeah, sing well,
Sing well is important. Crowd response, get them in the
Yeah.
palm of your hand. That's your job.
Yep. 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 I do love it though, man. And it kind of gave me a new lease on my career. Like, if I was still, I think, a drummer looking for that next gig or whatever, I don't know that I probably still wouldn't want to do it. Now I'm singing and now I'm trying to play guitar again. So it's another challenge of like keep challenging myself. So it's a new thing. Next, I got to come up and get some harmonica lessons from you.
It's easy. Don't take any lessons. Just grab a harmonica, give me a call, and I'll get you going. It's
All
nothing
right.
hard. It's really
I will.
nothing hard.
I'll have to do it. I had Spike come over and lay a track down for me a couple
He's
years ago.
a great harp player. He's
He's
better than me.
fantastic.
Yeah, he's better than I am.
I was like, "How do you do it?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "You put it up to your mouth and you blow." That's it's like he's like you said.
There's a little more to it than that, but
Yeah,
that's basically it. Yeah. It's
yeah.
not
He's
like
like,
playing the piano. You can't bend notes on a piano. You know how
mm-hmm,
you can play any melody on a piano, but you do
mm-hmm.
the harmonica, you got to learn how to bend notes into those melodies. So yeah, it's somewhat complicated, but it's not that hard. For a musician of your caliber, you'd have it like that.
Oh boy, you call me a musician. I'm a drummer. Is that really? Does that count?
Hey, I was a drummer, I was a musician.
So man, and I was thinking about all the times we crossed paths. I mean, we I remember seeing you as still a kid on an all ages show at Coast to Coast,
Mm.
Mannequin opening, and oh my God, and then like just so many times, and then like I was telling Rick, and I getting to open for even like at the Seagull, you were working the Midnight Dynamite record,
Right.
and we wound up combining our PA gear with your PA gear. Joe was over the moon. You had 8 bass bins that night.
In the Seagull.
Yes, like it needed it, right?
Held like 500 people, 800 oversold out. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was
That was
about
a great
700 or
room,
800.
though. I love that room. I love the stage. It
I
was,
did too, man.
yeah, it was a great stage. It was almost
It,
like a wrestling mat because it had all this bounce in it. So when
it
I
did.
did my jumps, I was like 5 feet in the air.
Well, that's the thing. Like seeing you the first time at Civic Center, my mind was blown because
Hmm.
there was such a cool factor happening with your band. So you had, it was like the Ramones mixed with straight up rock and roll with Rolling Stones, and you were so energetic and jumping up and down like that, doing your jumps. And I'm looking over at, I mean, I was all the way in the back of the Civic Center, so you guys were like this big, right? But like, there's Donnie doing his punk rock thing and spitting all over the stage.
Don't it?
And I was like, you guys are cool. Yeah, yeah. You know, fucking loved it, man. It was like the kick drum on 4 on the floor. I was like, and Donnie doing the fucking thing. And then Brian and Ronnie looking cool as fuck, you know, on either side of the stage. I was just like, man. And like I said, when I bought the record, I thought, this record is so brilliant because I'm hearing like, you know, I'm hearing like bluegrass influences in there, Rolling Stones. I mean, and then kind of like that energy of punk rock of the Ramones, and I just thought it was such a brilliant combination of these styles, and I guess really kind of representative where you guys are from, you know, from like the mountains of Western Maryland, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah, but you know, our influences, I think what kept us in the boat going the same direction was we all liked the same bands. You know, we were all Aerosmith, AC/DC, Stones,
Right.
Zeppelin. I mean, those bands, and we always agreed on the bands that we wanted to cover. So that had a lot to do with our direction and our influences.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it just, you know, I'm a fan for life, you know.
Nice.
It's just so great, man. It was so great. And we can't thank you enough for including Child's Play on the farewell, the final show at Merriweather.
I was going to ask you about that.
Oh my God.
Go ahead.
All the rain, and it was cold, and it was still sold out, you know, 18,000 people there.
That was amazing. Just blew our minds. It really did. It blew our minds. When we were talking about doing a last show, you know, we got to do something in the area. We can't end our careers in Hinckley, Minnesota. So we start just brainstorming ideas. And I thought Pier 6 would be a nice venue. Nice 6,000 seat venue would be good. And then I thought, well, what about Merriweather? Let's check out Merriweather because we know those people really well, and we've done well there on our nights. So it worked out. And I thought if we could fill the pavilion, that would be 100%.
That'd be a win, right?
Yeah, the whole lawn filled up in the rain, and the pavilion sold out, and we were just blown away. And the last show is embedded in our memories forever. And you guys were a part of it, and we thank you for being a part of it.
Oh my God! Yeah, hang on for one quick second. So this is after the show. Larry, the original singer for Child's Play, took this photo. Me and you talking. I love this picture.
That's
man.
very cool. Very cool.
He brought it. So great, man. So great. So yeah, I mean, like, gosh, Seagull Inn. Can I tell you a story about that Seagull Inn night that we played with you? So this girl from my high school shows up, and after we got done our set with you guys, actually, no, it was the night before. We opened for Jim Dandy's Black Oak, Arkansas the night before. And then we kept our gear there. Then we played with you the next night. So the Jim Dandy night, I've opened for him 3 times. I've never seen his band play. So we play our set. This girl from my high school shows up. So I'm like, you want to get out of here? So we get out of there. We go find some marina somewhere, my dad's car. And we left her sister behind. Her sister had spilled a drink all over me. At 10:30, she was wasted. And I used it as an excuse to be pissed off and to get the other girl alone. We're on our way back to the club so I can dump her on her, you know, give her back to her sister. I was about to say dump her off, but give her back to her sister to drive home. And we're pulling up. Remember, the Seagull had all those houses along the road there. It was a big parking lot, and the Seagull was at the end of this peninsula, you know, water around it. And then there's these houses with front yards with chain link fence. We're pulling down the road, and the bar's already let out, and people are everywhere. And we get right to where the parking lot starts, and the girl goes, "Oh my God, there was a car, a 63 Impala, in the front yard of one of the houses." She's like, "That's my sister's car."
Oh, wow.
It was in the front yard. that place was so nuts, man. It used to get so crazy.
Oh yeah, we used to get so wasted in there. I don't know how we made it home some of the nights. I don't understand how we made it home, but we did. Thank God we did.
Yeah,
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 those
that was a
crazy times.
Did
yeah, that
did,
was.
did you guys
What's that?
play with kicks at Hammerjacks?
Did we ever play with you?
I'm sure you did. I'm
I
sure you.
know that. I know we saw you. I saw Faster Pussycat open for you there. Am
Yeah,
I remembering that correctly?
everybody opened for us there.
Uh, I'm not sure if we did, but we played. I remember we played a Thanksgiving Eve show with you out at the Timonium Expo Center,
Oh, okay, I remember that.
and God, we did a lot of shows with you. Yeah, we probably
Yeah,
did do a show at
I'm sure
Hammerjack.
you did.
We were supposed to come back for a '98 Rock birthday party. It was like the anniversary, and it was going to be a Painter's Mill you mentioned earlier,
Mhm.
and it was like all these bands. It was like I think the Ravens were going to play. We were supposed. It was going to be our crowning, thing. We were going to be the closer. Nelson was playing all this stuff, and and we played the night before in Indianapolis, so it was like a 14-hour straight drive over, and my manager shakes me awake, and it's dark in the bus, and I look up and I realize we're underneath of the highway there at Hammerjacks. I'm like, why are we at Hammerjacks? We played here a million times. He's like, Painter's Mill burned down 4 a.m. this
Oh
morning.
my!
Wow.
Whoa!
Some guy thought because of the show happening that there was going to be thousands of dollars in the safe at Merriweather. So he had a torch, and he was cutting open the aluminum siding or the metal siding, and he caught the whole place on fire
Oh
and it
my
burned to the
God!
ground.
I bet he's
But
not
yeah,
employed anymore.
no, that was a great place though.
Yeah, it was. I love playing there. I don't think we ever headlined it. We always opened for bands. Crack the Sky, Face Dancer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you have to play it in the round?
yeah, yeah. That was cool. I thought it was very
Yeah.
cool how it just slowly went round and round, and everybody in the crowd got to see you. One of the best shows I've ever seen there was Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh my God.
It
My
was
parents
so.
saw Red Fox.
Oh wow! At Painter's Mill. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Rodney was great.
Oh, Rodney, Jimmy and I went to see him. Jimmy
Yeah.
Chocolate and I, and just walking down to his entrance, he started cracking all these jokes, and you couldn't catch your breath. You missed every other joke because you couldn't hear because everybody's laughing so hard. He was so fucking funny. It was the best show ever.
Yeah, he was phenomenal. We were out in Los Angeles on the Childs Play tour, and we actually had the Saturday night off, and it was probably the only thing the West Coast office of Chrysalis Records did really cool for us. They got us tickets to the Improv,
There you go.
and it was like 3 different comedians, but in between the first 2, Jerry Seinfeld was in the audience, and he got up and did a guest set.
Nice.
Then between the second and third comedian, they like, we got a special guest, and they said Rodney Dangerfield is here,
No
and
way.
he goes up, and it was after he stopped putting like slicking his hair down. He like had like the flat top, and I'm looking across the room. I'm like, that's not him. That's not him. He gets up there. It was him, and he blasts off like 2 jokes right in a row,
Yep.
and the whole place just explodes.
Yep.
The third one was like got laughter, but it wasn't like the first 2. He's like, hey man, they can't all be gems, folks. It was a fantastic night,
Oh, he
man.
was amazing. He was
He
amazing.
was a legend. He was a legend, like you guys, man.
Ah,
Great.
ah. Thank you, John.
Okay.
Hey, John, thanks so
Hey.
much for doing this. I like, he surprises me with people because I won't bother people. I would never bother you to do something like this, but I'm honored that you would come on here and take the time out of your day to come on with us. Appreciate it.
My pleasure. I'm the same way, man. I don't like walk on people's tour buses. I
Yeah.
always feel funny about that.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's their house. If they want me to come up there, they'll invite me. Like,
Exactly.
I never do that, and consequently, I don't make very many friends with all these bands.
Well, you're not friends anyway. They're acquaintances. I'm the same way. Like going backstage to see people at their shows. I don't do that. Those
Yeah,
people are tired. I know exactly how they feel. They're tired as fuck. They don't want to. They don't want to get together and chat. So I'm like,
yeah, I
Well,
just
we
hate being
had to have you.
pushy.
We had to have you here. I mean, you think of this area and the bands that made it. It's always Kicks. It's always Wrathchild. It's always Child's Play.
yeah.
It's like the trifecta of the area. And
Yeah.
you and I go back a ways. You and Steve go back to the beginning. So
Yeah.
we had to have you. It was an obvious choice. And I thank you so much for doing it, man. It's
Thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Hey, and if you want to come out and blow some harp or sing a tune or two, come out to Black Friday at Hub City, man. We'd love to have you.
Hook me up again because I'll forget about it.
All right, I'll hit you.
You got my number.
I do.
Okay.
before we go,
Thank
do
you.
you have anything else you want to plug? Anything going on with the band besides the Hagerstown show?
Working on new music, man. I got a song that I'm really high on. I'm trying to perfect it here. I'm in my laboratory right now. It's a huge wreck. I'm a big mess here. But yeah, it's talking about, the title is How Can a Man Make a Living? Because I obviously have no fucking clue in that regard. Thank God I have a wife who takes care of me. But yeah, so it's I can't wait for people to hear it. I'm really excited about it. Probably after the new year, we'll go to radio with it. But yeah. So and I think we might be playing Friday down in Leesburg.
Tally ho.
Just yeah, I think so. So yeah, for Halloween and then the Black Friday out in Hagerstown at Hub City Live. Tickets are available through them. You can find them on Facebook and online. So yeah, hope to see everybody there.
So where do you want people to go to listen to your stuff now? Do you have a YouTube channel, Facebook? What do you got for the band?
Got all of it, man, all of it. So stonehorsesmusic.com. It's got all our merch stuff in there, and then all the links to Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you listen. You can hear us. Amazon, music, whatever, YouTube. It's all up there. Yeah.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, John.
Love
Appreciate
you,
it.
man.
Have a
Love you
good
guys. Take care. See
See
ya.
ya.